Just bear with me a second here till I get things set up. Hello, Pam. Hello, Carol. Welcome here. Just trying to get things set up, and I think we are golden. All right. Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Tonight we are going to be making a fun fold, and you'll see this piece of paper that I have laying down here. I'm calling this an internal accordion fun fold card, and all your measurements are going to be on here. They will also be on in the comments of the YouTube video after this one, and I'll also have them on my blog for you tomorrow morning. All right, I'm going to do things a little differently this time. I'm going to show you the sample card that I made last night first so that you can see what we're going to be doing. Now this one I have used the Joy of Noel bundle, and the only thing I used out of that was the words Noel. And I think I have it here somewhere to show you. I just don't know where. Oh, here it is hiding. This is that bundle. It's on page 30 of our new catalog. And the item number for this is 161967. It has great images. I love the fonts. And it has a coordinating die set. So win-win. So I used that just to get the words Noel. And then I used the online exclusive bundle called Horse and Sleigh. And this is a big die set as well as the stamps. And this one has coordinating DSP called One Horse Open Sleigh. And that's what I use for DSP on this card. And we're going to throw them on the floor to start this video off with a bang. Okay, so this is our card. Looks like a normal card from the outside. But when you open it, it pops open and your front and back are actually not attached. So how cool is that? And this is that gorgeous DSP, as is this on the inside. Okay, so that's how the card works. We'll set this aside and hopefully we won't throw that one on the floor. Tonight we are going to be using the Festive and Fun set. I haven't used this yet and I think it is so cute. All these little critters, and there's some fabulous greetings too. So I didn't score my card. I thought we'd do that together. So I'm just going to take that whole pile of stuff and take it out of the way. And just so we make sure I do it right, I'm going to bring these instructions back in. And we are going to score this at 2 3/4. Make sure I have my scoring blade. Slide it over to 5 1/2. And then I'm going to flip it this way. I like doing it this way and going 2 3/4 again. You can go over to 8 1/4, but I'm a creature of habit. It's going to work out to be the same thing, but that's how I prefer to do it. So now, easy peasy, you're going to fold it on the middle score. Make sure everything's lined up. Give that a good burnish. And then you're going to fold this back on itself. Give that a good burnish. And fold this back. And that is going to give you a W or an M. Okay? There's only one fold here. The rest are just flaps. So we're just going to set that aside for a minute. And we are going to work on our main card base. Now, I am doing this one a little bit different. My first card I did in basic white. This one I'm doing in cherry cobbler. And I got that color right out of the gorgeous DSP. And this is called a Walk in the Forest DSP. Item number 162377. And that's going to be found on page 5 of our new catalog. All right. So, I am going to put our DSP onto a mat this time. And you'll notice in my first card, I'm going to bring that card back in here as soon as I get this on here and lined up. You'll notice on my first card that my DSP was tiny. This is all the DSP that's on the front of this card because I wanted to leave this open to put the Noel in there. Okay? So it's going to be a little different because I'm going with the full piece of DSP on the front of the card. And I'm also putting a mat under it, which I did not do on my first card. And I'll be honest, I thought this looked a little bit ominous when I first started. It's so super simple. There's just a few bits and pieces. And I mean, there doesn't have to be. You can just only put something on the front and put one little white panel on the inside. It's whatever you want it to be. So there's my front and back. Okay? So we're going to put the back down, and then we're going to take this, and we are going to make sure that the fold is to the right, okay? That's all you have to remember. Fold to the right, and we're going to put our glue on here. And now, this is crucial. Make sure this goes all the way to the bottom and just center it up. If you do not go all the way to the bottom, if you just center it in the middle of this panel, it will not stand up. Ask me how I know. Yes, I messed up on the first one. So this is what we have right now. Okay, you see how that stands up because these pieces are actually touching the desktop. If you put it in the center, it's not going to. All right, now this is the only tricky part of this card. We are going to put our adhesive on here. And yes, I'm being generous. And now I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to take my Stamparatus and I'm going to put this in the corner of the Stamparatus, and then I'm going to put this in the corner, maybe, and fold this down on itself. Oops, I'm not in that top corner. That tombow will give you a bit of wiggle room, but you want your card to line up nicely. And if you have that corner, that will help you out. All right, we have our card. Super easy, right? Now I'm going to do the insides a little bit different too than my original card. I have 2 pieces of DSP, and this is out of that same paper pack. And I am going to layer them up on a matte layer, just to give it a little something something. Now if you don't want to use DSP, you can use just an embossed piece of cardstock or just plain cardstock. Make sure my borders are pretty good here. There we go. And now I have 2 white panels, and hi Denise. I imagine it's going to kill you not to be able to play with it. I was itching to get my fingers on this set. All right. Pop this one down, and we have one more to go. There we go. All right, we have all our bits. So now we just have to decorate the inside. And I am just going to add the adhesive to these panels and pop them on in the order that I want them. I'm going to put the 2 DSP on the ends, I think, and the 2 white panels in the middle. You do whatever makes you happy. And trying to center it here. My eyesight is not all that great today. I've been doing a lot of computer work the last couple of days at work, so you do that for 9 hours a day, you get dry and tired eyes. There we go. Last one. See how beautifully that paper coordinates. All right, there is the basics of our card. Now, because these don't have dies, I pre-stamped and fussy cut him because I know you don't want to watch me do that. So we are going to do something we rarely do, and we're using watercolor pencils. I just thought we don't use those near enough, and I needed to have some garden green, to be honest, and we do not have garden green blends. And I don't like coloring with our watercolor or with our Stampin' Right markers. So that's what prompted tonight to be a watercolor pencil night. And you see, I'm not really coloring, I'm just adding some color. And then we're gonna fix this up after, because I'm just basically scribbling on color. All right, now let's do this little basket. And then, Oops, I almost did the leaves in red. That would have been terrible. All right. Hi, Kathy. Glad to see that you're here. Okay, now I am going to do yes, this is a Cajun Craze pencil that I'm using. There are no rules in my house. It can be whatever we want it to be. All right, now let's do this ball pink. And we'll do one of these ones pink. And let's do a turquoise one. Just kind of going here and there. And we should have some red ones. The cherry, I guess. And we'll do that one cherry. All right, now this guy, we'll just fill him in. And you'll notice that I'm going right over those spots. No care whatsoever being taken on this guy, because in the end it's not going to matter. He's going to look just fine. Trust me. All right, now I have a blender pen. This is the magic. The only thing is you need to have a piece of scrap paper, because you need to clean your blender pen in between colors. So I'm doing all the red first, and basically what this does is it just smooths everything out and makes it look perfect. But you need to remember to, between your colors, now I can go from light green into dark green, no problem. But, like, don't mix yellow and green, or just generally speaking, don't. I should show you up close how, you see how choppy this all is? And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done coloring it. Just in case you've never used a blender pen with watercolor pencils. I think most of my girls have, because we've done this in classes many times. And all of those scribbles are going to be gone. Just have to be careful of that little pink ball. Oh, and I forgot his feet too. All right, let's do this star and smooth that out. And I'm just going to grab some basic gray. Oops, wrong end. There. And now you can see how smooth that's all smoothed out. Oh, I forgot his pot for the tree. Let's do that blue. That's what happens when you hurry, right? All right, we'll do the blue, and we'll touch the red. There we go. I don't like that white between his legs, but I don't think there's very much I can do about it. All right, we're going to put all of these over here, throw this away, and I have a few more bits that I did prior to the video so you guys didn't have to be bored out of your gourds. I have several greetings here. One says Happy Christmas Wishes. I'm going to put that on the front. This one says a little something for you with lots of love for me. I think I'll put that there. And may your season be one that's festive and fun. And this little guy, this little beaver, I think I'll put down there. And then, I suppose I should do the front first. I think on here is where I want this guy. But I do believe we need to have a circle. Let's do a deckled circle with our new deckled circles dies. They are a beautiful thing. Let's see. Yep. Is that going to be too big on there? Yep. Let's go down a size. All right. If you just give me a second, I'm just going to die cut this circle off camera. I didn't like how he kind of faded into the background there. So if we put a solid color in behind him, we should, look at that, we should pop. Now, do I want green behind or just white? What's your opinion? Green behind it? I think the green kind of gets lost. I think I'm just going to go with the white. And we get to start putting this together. We'll grab some dimensionals for the back of our deckled circle. I love these deckled circle dies. So now we have the rectangles and the circles. So I wonder if we'll come out with squares. Wouldn't that be fun? There we go. Get off my finger. All right. There we go. There's our greeting. Now we just have to put this little guy on. Well, he's not very little, but you know what I mean. And then the rest of those little critters we're going to put on the inside. And like I said, you don't have to put that many on, but this is my first time playing with it. I wanted to stamp them all. So we'll put this tall drink of water on here. And then we'll flip it open. And I just fussy cut these greetings for something different. Seeing I was in the business of fussy cutting. I'm going to put this one crooked, well, not crooked, to the other side there, not centered. And Then I'll put this little guy down here. Put this at the top centered so I have room for my writing. And then I have this little guy and this little guy, but once again they're getting lost, aren't they? Let's see what I can do. I'm going to die cut a couple of more of these deckled circles. Just bear with me another minute. I have to show you guys this plate. This is awful. Do you see all these cracks in this plate? They're on both sides. They're actually cracked. They just haven't met in the middle. I've been using this plate for well over a year, and it hasn't broken yet, but it makes some horrific noises as it goes through. Let me tell you. All right, there we go. Let's see if this helps. I'm sure it's going to. Yep. Super cute. But these are all going to have to be glued flat because they're on the inside of the card. We don't want any more bulk in there than we have to have. I see there's a little mark on this one. I'm going to put this guy here because he'll cover it up. And now I got glue on this one. Not very smart. Man, these little guys are cute. We'll pop this one right about there. Just have to make sure you're not hitting the fold. And this one, oops, right about there. And now all we have left to do is embellish. So, I didn't think far enough ahead. Bear with me a second. I'm going to go get some ribbon. All right. Sorry about that. There's always something you forget, right? And when you're tied to a microphone. All right, I brought a couple. I brought the silver and white sheer ribbon. Oh, I think that's going to be the winner. I also brought the garden green, but I don't like it. Dig out my bow maker here. And we will get a bow made. And this is going to make it easy because with this silver edged ribbon, I will use rhinestones to continue with the sparkle. All right. You guys are probably laughing at me with all these elastics. Drives me crazy when my ribbons unwind and I store them on a shelf like this that has a lip here. So if I don't put elastics on them, they all unwind and it drives me crazy. Crazy, crazy. There we go. Now some basic rhinestones. Should be able to find those pretty easily, or you would think. Or do I want iridescent rhinestones? We'll see. Rhinestones. Okay, let's grab a glue dot. Look at this. I had 2 boxes open, one at the trailer and one at home, and I brought my stuff back from the trailer on the weekend. So I just rolled the 2 packages into one, and it's huge. There we go. I'm just going to put that off to the side. And we'll trim down that tail and get one more. Maybe. There we go. And pop that one. Shorten that one up a little bit. Oops. Well, sir, it's not cooperating with me. Holy moly. There we go. There's that little bow. Now, I don't think I want those ones. I just think I want regular ones. Regular. Just regular. There we go. All right, I'm done fussing with this guy. We are done. How cute is that? So there is that card, and here is the first one I made. So as you can see, you can just use the pattern for this card and use any stamp set, use any DSP. Super, super easy, but something different, right? Because the back and the front aren't attached at all. All right, thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate it. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration tonight. I challenge you to make a card like this, and please share it. I'd love to see what you do. Anyway, if you have any questions, give me a shout. Like I said, I will put the measurements on the YouTube video in the comments, as well as on my blog post tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.